Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
Listen, what's going on, people? It's Flight Sports. We live. We got ourselves one hell of a matchup. We got a matchup to break down. It's playoff basketball. We got to act like you know. It's Flight Sports TV. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Shout out to all y'all. Peace and love. Man, this is going to be an epic night of basketball. I could see a couple of epic nights. I love what's going on with this matchups coming up for the playoffs that's already set. You know, when you talk about the Los Angeles Lakers, the Minnesota Timberwolves, the New York Knicks, the Detroit Pistons, I mean, the list goes on. But before we get to all of that, we got to get to all of this, and which is the play-in. This play-in is pretty relatively new. Anybody that knows when they had the whole bubble situation down there in Florida, all of that stuff had went down, and now you see more and more of the play-in, you know, just transpiring, and this is this year's iteration. And for, like I said, the Orlando Magic are the first team to strike in this play-in. The Orlando Magic are moving on. They will be taking on the 2-seeded in the Eastern Conference, and we all know that is a date with the Boston Celtics. That's going to be a very tough matchup, but you got to secure your way in the postseason. For all we know, the Hawks, they still can get there, so it's not over. The Hawks season is not over at the very least. Thunder says the play-in was made for Zion. I didn't want to go there, but obviously, you know, we all know what's going on with the whole play-in matter. Atlanta, I thought Atlanta was going to be able to do something. Believe it or not, I had the Hawks winning. I thought that Trae Young was going to have himself one of those playoff Trae match type of games, but it didn't happen. I think let's see what happens with the whole Chicago playing situation. There's a lot to happen with that. Whoever wins that game, I mean, it's going to be tough, you know, to defeat the Atlanta Hawks. I'm just saying, and they should have home court. So it is what it is. Let's just keep our eyes and antennas on that situation. But tonight, when you talk about Memphis, when you talk about the Golden State Warriors, you already got Draymond running around declaring championships and all kind of shit like that. It's going to be interesting to see if that could happen. But we all know that it's going to be led by Ja Morant and obviously Steph Curry. Ja Morant this season, the kid is averaging 23 points, shooting 45% from the field, 30% from three, which is not ideal, but we all know he could get hot. 7 assists, 4 rebounds. The guy's the truth and a half. And Steph Curry, come on, the multi-time champion, Hall of Famer. Just induct him now. He's averaging 24 points, shooting 44%, 39% from three, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. So it's going to be a potential to be a big slugfest. Pause if these two guys could decide it. But something tells me that we could be coming down to the other guys. You know, when we're talking about the Jimmy Butlers and stuff like that. Also, I like what's going on with the Desmond Bains of the world, Jaren Jackson Jr. All of these people have the potential to be key in this game. We're gonna find out. We got playing matchup starting in seconds. Draymond, we all know. Shout out Malaya. Salute to everybody that's in the chat. Um, Thunder says Curry got 3 years at this level. If they don't figure it out, he might not get that fifth ring. Well, we're gonna find out. We all know that Steph Curry. He's a truth and a half. That would be crazy if he did get a championship in the LeBron era. I don't think that would be nice for LeBron to have all of these guys winning chips, and especially while you in your era. That would be pretty crazy. I like the Lakers. I know getting to the finals. I think that they're going to be able to ride all the way through and possibly face one of these tougher teams in the conference finals. So let's see what happens with Minnesota. We're going to get into that later. But here we go. Zach Edey and Draymond jumped for the tip. It looked like we had a little miscommunication. They're gonna have to tip the ball. Pause. Playing tournament. Starting out west. We out here in San Francisco. The Memphis Grizzlies control it. Here comes Ja Morant, picked up by Moses Moody. Moody up there causing hell already. Zach Edey has it. Zach Edey surveying the landscape, kicks it back to Ja. Here comes Ja Morant, the electrifying Ja mid-range jumper, and his money. Ja Morant is on the board, 2-zip, 11:30 to go in the first quarter. Here comes the Golden State Warriors. We got Draymond with it. He kicks it out. Moody for three, and that's off. Rebounded. Here comes the Memphis Grizzlies. Memphis has it. Here comes Jaren Jackson Jr., picked up by. Here comes Draymond. Draymond moving and grooving. Looked like a deflection there. Scottie Pippen Jr. out there for the Memphis Grizzlies. We got Desmond Bain. This should be an incredible game. I like Desmond Bain, pause. I think that this guy could shoot. He's really underrated. Look out for him in this game. I think he could pay dividends. Here comes Ja. Ja has it. They kick it out to Zach Edey. Ja Morant. They kicks it out jumper for Jaren Jackson Jr. and his money. Big time three from Jaren Jackson. It's 5-zip. 10 minutes to go. 10:50 to go. Here comes Steph. 3-ball over Scottie Pippen Jr. And that's an air ball. No foul. Steph was looking for a foul. He couldn't get it. Yep. Here we go. Ja Morant. Ja Morant loses the ball. It's gonna pop. I forget. I can always mispronounce this guy's name. Here comes Moody for three. That's off. Here comes Zach Edey. They kick it out to Desmond Bain. Desmond Bain pushing it up. Bain all the way with a floater and it's off. Zach Edey couldn't put it up. Here goes Potomansky. Moody, he scores a big time dunk from Moses Moody. Moody cooking on him right now. Memphis, they got to step it up. Let's see who will prevail in this matchup. Big time game right here. Who we got in the chat tonight is Flight Sports TV. Salute to all y'all in the building. We got it's 8-2 right now. Memphis. Here comes Steph. Steph screen and roll. Here comes the Golden State Warriors. Golden State couldn't convert. Here comes Scottie Pippen Jr. You call him Pies. Yeah, I keep that because I fuck his name up. But I know who he is though. The dude that they pushing over my man over Clay. That's wild how they basically traded Clay. They should have kept Clay. They pushed him out for him. Pies. Yeah, he's a good player. But we're going to find out how good he is because he's going to have to play tonight against these dudes. Memphis already up. It's 11-2. I'm telling you right now, everybody, if you look at Vegas, I bet everybody done put their money on the Golden State Warriors to walk away with this dub. But I'm telling you right now, Memphis is going to be a very worthy opponent. For whatever reason, like I said, they started to fall off towards the end of the season. This team was good all season long. It was no reason why they was just so bad. But it is what it is. Here comes Jimmy Butler. He missed a free throw. That's not good. Here comes Bain. Bain pushing it up. They kick it out to Scottie Pippen Jr. Screen and roll with Zach Edey. Steph Curry on Scottie Pippen Jr. We got Scottie Pippen Jr. all the way to the cup, but Jimmy Butler deflected it. So we got 9 minutes left in the first quarter. Golden State, they declared a championship. We got to see, whoever wins this game, I believe they get in Houston. So they should want this. Do they really want to go see? Do they really want to go see the Oklahoma City Thunder? We never know. They might match up well with them. Jimmy for three, and it's cash. Jimmy Butler hits a big time three ball. It's 11-6. Who said Jimmy couldn't shoot? Shout out Will Stumbling in the chat. We got playing basketball. It's flight sports. We got John Morant. John Morant pushing it up all the way to the cup, and he couldn't convert it. Here comes Draymond. They kick it out. Jimmy Butler has it. Here comes Bain picking it up over Jimmy. Let's see what Jimmy's going to do. Jimmy looked like he got that swagger. Draymond, Zach Edey. Oh, Draymond feeds Curry and is good. So the Golden State Warriors, they putting on a little surge here. It's 11-8. Here comes Scottie Pippen Jr. Screen and roll with Zach Edey. They kick it out to Desmond Bain. Desmond Bain picked up over Pods, and they throw it out to Ja for three. Ja Morant, he missed the three ball. Here comes Steph Curry. Steph Curry kicks it out, and the Memphis Grizzlies get in the passing lane and deflect it. But somehow it was Memphis ball. That was pretty tricky. I want to know if they're gonna challenge that. But it might have tipped off of him. Jimmy is indicating that it slid off his hands. Pause. Here comes Ja. Ja kicks it out. Oh man, Memphis, they're getting sloppy. Memphis getting sloppy. They're gonna have to wake up out here. We got a good game right now. Playing basketball. We got the Memphis Grizzlies versus the Golden State Warriors. This is 11-8, 7:40 to go in the first quarter. Here comes Steph Curry, picked up over Scottie Pippen Jr. Here comes Jimmy with the screen and roll. Jimmy Butler gets it all the way to the cup. He kicks it out to Steph for three, and it is off. Rebounded by Zach Edey. Here comes Desmond Bain. Pods picking him up. Desmond Bain all the way to the cup, and he couldn't convert it. Here comes Jimmy Butler pushing up all the way with pace. Jimmy Butler back to Steph for another three, and he missed it again. Back-to-back misses for Steph Curry. That's unusual. Here comes John Morant. Moody picking it up over Ja. There's 7 minutes to go in the first. Ja all the way to the cup with the floater and his money. John Morant is on the board. You better look out for Ja. Crazy game. We got a timeout, early timeout right here for the Golden State Warriors. You better look out. Ja is starting to get active. It's 13-8, 7:04 to go in the first quarter. It's the play-in. Whoever wins this game is going to have a date with, the Houston Rockets. And I think Memphis and Houston, that would be a pretty exciting series, in my opinion. I believe that Memphis is a better team. There's no way they should have had home court advantage. They started to just screw up at the end. They just started to fall apart. Hopefully they can put everything back together. Because Memphis is a team prior to all of the things that they went through, they was gonna be up there with, they was right there with where OKC should be, where we see Houston. So for them to play Houston, it would almost be like them looking at themselves in the mirror like that was us a few years ago, So I like Memphis's chances against Houston. I think that Golden State match up better with OKC, in my opinion. I think that Houston and I just think Houston and Memphis is just a better matchup in my opinion. Memphis has no shot against Oklahoma City in my opinion, none. I just don't think they're gonna have it. Golden State, they got the veteran leadership to make that interesting. That's going 7 minimum. I just think that they're gonna do something, against them dudes. That's gonna be a crazy first round. That's why it's crazy with this playing. You're supposed to get a nice little cruise. If you Oklahoma City and you got to face Golden State in the first round, oh man, that's crazy. You don't want that. We're in the midst of a commercial break right now. We got a crazy game going. Shout out Thunder in the chat. He says I'd rather face Houston than OKC. That's what both teams are thinking. That's why this game is going to be key tonight. But Memphis, they know they better get this game and get in the playoffs. They know they better do that. There's no telling. Who's to say AD don't just go ballistic, and you still got to deal with either AD or even Sacramento. Sacramento is starting to play well right now. So none of those games will be easy if you have to face any of those teams. So whoever loses tonight, the season is not over. That's tomorrow. Tomorrow is really when to go home. Today is, you get a little grace, but you want to punch your ticket at the end of the day. So look, I'm watching to see what teams do that. Obviously, the Orlando Magic was the first team to do it. Let's see what they're gonna do in their postseason matchup. It's gonna be interesting. In my humble opinion, we got the Orlando Magic versus the Boston Celtics. That's gonna be tough. Boston is nothing to play with, and I think we're gonna see it firsthand. We're coming back from commercial break. It's 13-8, 7:04 to go in the first quarter. We got the plan. Let me know in the chat who y'all got winning the chip. It's gonna be interesting. Let me know what series you looking forward to the most. I got a couple. Obviously the Lakers and the Wolves, the Knicks, Pistons. That comes to mind. Here comes, the Golden State Warriors. I got Draymond has it. Draymond picking it up. Draymond kicks it to Steph. They kick it out to Gary Payton. Moody pump fakes a three in the mid range. The Golden State Warriors turn it over. Backcourt violation. It's 13-8. 6:45 to go in the first quarter. Who will prevail in this matchup? I'm anticipating a serious back and forth between these two teams. I really am. I got 6:45 to go in the first quarter. Here comes Ja inbounding. They kick it out to Desmond Bain. We got, here we go, Pippen Jr., Morant, moving and grooving, Steph all over him. They send a double on Ja. Memphis, they got good ball movement. Pause, but it's just, can they convert? Memphis, they got to start hitting some threes too. Shut up, Mo. He says, I got the healthy Cavs winning the chip. Oh, man. The Cavs, I don't know. Like I said, I got to see. A lot of these teams, they good. No discrediting them, but I just feel like I got to see a little bit more before I say they're ready for the chip. Here we go, Zach Edey, big time rebound. They kick it out. Scottie Pippen Jr. has it. 3 ball for Memphis. And then Golden State just fouled Memphis for 3. So we got 3 free throws coming for the Memphis big man. So a silly mistake there from the Golden State Warriors. We got to know that Memphis, they may not be the most electrifying offensive team like Golden State. So they're going to do different things. So let's see what happens. He says, "Nah, I don't believe in the Cavs." Yeah, nobody do. I remember the last time the Cavs, was doing all right. They had faced the New York Knicks, and the Knicks just trounced them. So I remember that most. Knicks just killed them. I was like, God damn. So we're gonna have to find out. Shit. We'll see. But I think they're gonna be okay. I think they're gonna be all right. But I do like Oklahoma City more than Cleveland. I don't know. I just believe in them just a little bit more for some reason. I don't know. Let me know who y'all got tonight. Shit, it's gonna be a good game. I just want to see what Golden State gonna do. Like I said, they declaring championships. They saying they're gonna do this. They're gonna do that. They gotta go out here and prove that. Period. Prove it. That's key. Salute to my guy Mo. They got the Cavs. So, like I said, put your picks down. Who y'all got winning it all? It's tough. I think maybe the Lakers might do it. Let's see what happens. But Boston is a team. Until Boston get knocked off, I think that they the favorite. Like if you take emotions and everything out your team, Boston's gonna be a problem. Oh my goodness, Zach Edey was about to end somebody's career. Um, we back with it. Here comes the Golden State Warriors. 3-ball for Golden State. Big time three from Post. We got who the hell is this? We got Post down here with a big time three. We got Draymond getting under people's skin here. We got Aldama. Thunder says I had Warriors winning tonight, but Vegas may be playing games. So we're gonna see. It's gonna be close. Don't nobody want to see Oklahoma City if they don't have to. That is the tougher matchup. Houston a little easier. Here comes Golden State. Curry just scored his 16, 18, 4:30 to go in the first quarter. Scottie Pippen has it. Picked up over Steph. Jaren Jackson. Post picking him up. Jackson tangled up there from Gary Payton II. So we got the Warriors. They fighting. They chipping away. And they're not letting this game down. 4:24 to go. We got a jump ball between Jaren Jackson and Gary Payton. Let's see how the hell this turns out. Jump ball and it's off. Here comes Golden State. Big time layup there. It's 16-20, 4:17 to go in the first. Big time game now. Golden State look like they flipping the tables. Memphis got to wake up. That's the thing. When Ja go to the bench, who the hell's gonna pick up? That's why they really need to look at getting a real bona fide secondary scoring option. I see Bradley Beal out there. They need a guy who could put the ball in the hole. That's what's needed. They got Jaren Jackson. He could play defense. He's this, he's that. He could hit the three. Bane, I just think they need a guy who he's just a bucket getter. They need that in Memphis. Dude, they just give the ball to everybody, get the hell out the way. Let's see what Memphis do this offseason, no matter what. Because they should be right there. They should be a top 5 seed. So they got to make some movements. They got to see what the hell they got to do to get there. We got a big time game right now. The play-in has started. The Orlando Magic is the first team to strike. They are headed to the NBA playoffs. The Atlanta Hawks will await, their opponent. So let's see what happens out here. The NBA is starting to heat up. That's all I can let you know. Atlanta, if you're the Hawks, you're gonna be the favorite, over the Bulls or the Heat. So it's just pump the brakes. Just pump the brakes. Orlando, they advanced. Let me know what y'all think about the play-in too. Is it good? Is it bad? We got Adam Silver. He's adding and trying to do all of these new things. I think some of them he ain't even get to yet, but we hear about all of the new changes. This was one of them. But I like the play-in. I think you got more competitive basketball. in my opinion, especially now towards the tail end. You give more teams an opportunity to have a chance. Before it used to be just 8, and that's it. Now you give hope. But, is it a situation where you give teams like Golden State, they shouldn't be in the play-in. The play-in wasn't designed, for teams like the Lakers, for teams like, Golden State to be in there. The play-in was for teams like Chicago, what's going on with Miami, teams like that. But oftentimes we are finding, heavyweights, teams that could potentially win it all in the play-in. I believe, what was it? We trip over Golden State. I remember Jimmy, shout out Basil Carpenter Jr. He says Warriors definitely winning tonight. I remember when Jimmy was in Miami, and they was in the play and they went all the way to the finals. So it's pretty tricky, in my opinion, to see who would prevail. I think Memphis. I got Memphis tonight. I'm going out on the limb. We're in the midst of a commercial break. Shout out all y'all in the chat. It's Flight Sports. It's 16:20, 4:17 to go in the first. We got an epic game going on right now. It's the play-in tournament. Basketball is definitely good. It's good to be competitive. Kenny says Anthony Edwards, first team All NBA. Oh, yeah, that's real smoke. Edwards is the truth. And I'm telling you, we're going to see it firsthand against the Los Angeles Lakers. We will be live. We're going to have all access. It's going to be electric. I'm telling you right now, man, the Lakers, it's going to be a roller coaster with Anthony Edwards. Here we go. Jimmy. If they're gonna get caught up with the Knicks, they better slow down with Edwards. Jimmy, all the way to the cup. Jimmy, he couldn't convert it. Big time board there from Jaren Jackson Jr. Here comes Ja Morant. Buddy Hield picking up Ja Morant. Let's see what happens. Memphis down 4. Oh, Ja putting the moves. Ja in the mid-range. Ja all the way to the cup with a floater, and he couldn't convert. Here comes the Golden State Warriors. Pines has it, kicks it out to Jimmy. Gary Payton Jr. with a big-time up and under dunk. It's 22-16. Golden State Warriors putting on the gas. Here we go. Golden State with a big turnover here. Buddy Hield for 3, and he couldn't convert it. Big-time board there. Here comes Memphis. Ja Morant has it. Ja Morant. It look like they're looking for some shooting. Jaren Jackson posting up. They got a mismatch there on Pies. Jaren Jackson all the way to the cup, and he was fouled. Gary Payton is trying to figure out what the hell just happened. Kenny says John needs a big game. Yes, I believe he does. I think he's going to have it. It's a long game. They got to keep it close, and then at the end, give it to Ja. Everybody get the hell out the way. They got to keep it close all the way to there. Jackson with a big-time free throw is 17-22. So Memphis, they chipping away. Golden State, they starting to hit them with some flurries here. Memphis, they started off on attack. I thought they was going to run it up a little bit. Golden State got a grip of this game, and here we are. Jackson, both free throws good, 18-22. Memphis is right there. They're only down 4. Here goes Pies. Here comes Memphis. Let's see if they can pick it up defensively. We heard Ja preaching defense. Jimmy Butler looked like he wants this 3 ball. He didn't shoot it. They kick it out to Gary Payton Jr. Jimmy Butler for 3 and his money. Jimmy must be working with Steph. Here we go. Desmond Bain. Desmond Bain kicks it out to Jaren Jackson for 3, and he couldn't convert it. See, Memphis, they got a problem with scoring, in my opinion. Memphis, they go on these droughts where they can't get a bucket. Oh, I'm about to say Jimmy about to shoot another 3 on him. I'm about to say, man, he been shooting with the Splash Brothers. Jimmy in the mid-range. Jimmy putting the moves on. They kick it out the post for 3, and it's money. Golden State. Golden State up 10. Kenny says John Morant needs to remind the world what's up. Here comes Jaren Jackson. Jackson over post, and he couldn't convert it. Memphis is completely went cold. Memphis went cold. Golden State up 10. Jimmy all the way to the cup, and he's fouled. Kenny says John Morant needs to remind the world what's up. He wasn't an all-star and isn't even all NBA no more. He needs to prove himself. Well, we all know what's going on with that. You know, John Morant at the very least should have been on the all-star team. Let's come on, let's keep it real. And then we got Jimmy going all out, just nuclear. Let me tell you right now, Golden State, they're gonna beat Houston. If they get Houston, they're gonna beat Houston. I'm telling you. They're gonna beat Houston. Memphis, they got no shot. They just gonna lay down, you know, against. It's crazy what's going on with Memphis. And if they don't make the playoffs, that means they completely collapsed. You know, in the towards the tail end if they miss it. And I think Ja might need to make some calls. You know, if something like that happened. Here we go, Jaren Jackson. We got Kennard. Jaren Jackson. Uh-oh, he's fouled. So physical basketball here. Bane is getting $200 million. Do you think he's worth it? I don't think so, but that's all you had. You know, what other options does Memphis have? You know, are they getting any free agents? You know, if you got a guy that's halfway decent, you might have to overpay to keep him. You know, I don't know. You can't play around with that contract when you Memphis. You know, you better come correct. Here we go. Jaren Jackson off. Post, big time rebound. Here comes Jimmy. Jimmy crossing half court. Buddy Hill just missed a three. Here comes Memphis, pardon me. Bane picked up over Pines. Bane all the way to the cup with a floater, and it's good. Finally, Memphis could score something. It's 20-31. Kenny says Memphis needs more weapons on offense. Yes. You know, they need to try to figure out what they could do to get Bradley Beal. You know, and try not give up nothing. You know, you got to keep the core. You got to add him. You know, you got to add him to those guys. You can't lose Bane and get Beal. You know, that's defeating the purpose. Oh, my goodness. Here we go. Memphis, they could cut it to single digits. Let's see what happens. Desmond Bane all the way to the cup, and that's good. Bane starting to turn it on. It's 22-31. Memphis down 9. Here comes Jimmy. Jimmy has it. Jimmy getting active. Jaren Jackson and picked up Jimmy. So Jimmy looked like he directing traffic. Jimmy all the way to the cup with the moves. They kick it out the Pines for 3, and that's off. Rebounded. Here we go. Memphis. Kennard, shoot it. Oh, Memphis, is that good? Yes. Memphis hit a 3 to end it at the buzzer. Luke Kennard, big time 3 ball. It's 25-31. Memphis is still in this, goddamn it. Don't slow down. Pump the brakes. Listen, I got Memphis winning tonight. You know, a point blank period. I like Memphis tonight. I think that they're gonna pull it out. There's just something's telling me that Memphis is gonna figure out a way to get in this game. And look what happened. Memphis very well could have been down 15, maybe 20. You know, if at the rate that they was just headed at. Somehow they get a little surge. Look what happens. You know, they cut it to 6. So that's the kind of team and season Memphis has had. You know, where it's rolling and then it gets cold and then here they go, they back going again. So they're gonna have to get some better 3-point production. You know, especially in this game. You can't be ice cold from 3 against the Golden State Warriors. You know, we're not expecting you to match them, you know, from 3, but you can't go ice cold when can't nobody hit a 3. That's just trifling. We're in the middle of a timeout right now. Kenny says Anthony Edwards had 44 in Memphis last week on TNT. That game is why Memphis is in the play-in. Yeah, you could give Edwards and those guys props. They handled their business and they got in the playoffs. You know, they went through a lot too. They made trades and They had to get to the playoffs at all costs, and they avoided the play-in, and they sent Memphis just all the way there. I don't know how that happened. They could have had home court advantage. Memphis was they just blew it, in my opinion. They did not have a good close. Um, but listen, Edwards, we better worry about Julius Randle, because that's going to be a big issue, for Minnesota. But I like Dante DiVincenzo. I think that he gonna cause problems. Look out for DiVincenzo in that series. Remember, I told you that. Um, but I like Minnesota. I'm telling you, I like Anthony Edwards. Who's gonna guard Edwards if LeBron don't want to do it? LeBron can't be acting nervous. Somebody gonna have to deal with Edwards because if you just trying to leave Rui Hachimura and Reeves, they're gonna be in some. They're gonna be in trouble. They're gonna be in trouble. So let's see what happens. I can't wait for that series. It's gonna be good. Kenny says Minnesota got 49 wins and New York got 51 wins. And I think if Minnesota had more chemistry, they would have been a 60-win team like OKC and the Cavs. I could see that. I think Minnesota, you talk about chemistry, they lost, Karl Anthony Towns. That was uncalled for. They should have kept him. Imagine if they could have got a guy like DiVincenzo at the very least and kept Cat. So now you talking. It's just when we these small market teams, it is what it is. What do you think about the trade? Uh, I mean, I think New York won. They got the best player. Minnesota, they relied, but the difference is they in the playoffs. They got their guy. In New York, it was a limbo. You don't know who the hell is the guy. You think it's Brunson. You hope it's him. But in Minnesota, there's no question. They're not caring if Julius take over. Edwards want to take over. He's going to take over. Jimmy just come on for Julius, just take the ride. Just help me with the fill in the blanks. I'm going to do everything else. That's the energy Edwards gives off. Here goes Pods. Kicks it out to Jimmy. Jimmy looked like he was fouled. Jimmy is ultra aggressive, right now. So let's see what happens. Memphis, they closed this quarter off really strong. Really strong. So y'all better look out. Big time game right now. 25-31, 11-36 to go in the second. Salute to all y'all in the chat right now. Big time game. Playing is in. The playoffs is kicked off. It's going to be an exciting weekend, exciting upcoming week, next week. Let's see what happens. It's a new season. Somebody going to shock somebody. Somebody going to get upset. That's all I'm going to let you know. Who gonna get upset out here? It's a big turnover there for Memphis. So Memphis is starting to fall back and make the same silly mistakes. Jimmy Butler kicks it out the post. This dude post is the problem. Man, the post man is he hit another three. Warriors up 10. Memphis in trouble. We got Bane. He one man showing it right now. What's up with Ja? It's 27-35. They're resting Ja. They need to bring his ass back in the game. He can't have all this rest. This dude post. Where they find these dudes from? It's 27-35 right now. It's not over yet. We got a lot of basketball to play. Like I said, it's 10:45 to go in the second quarter. Here goes Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler kicks it out to Pies. Here we go with Draymond. Draymond out here assisting like hell. Jimmy all the way to the cup, and he scores it. Jimmy getting aggressive. 27-37. This is a serious game right now. Golden State not playing. That series going to be good against Houston. When they got to see Houston, that would be crazy. I know that's what they want. They want the Rockets. Here we go. Memphis. Desmond Bain all the way with it. They kick it out to Luke Kennard. Memphis, another turnover. See, the Memphis is just they blowing this game. That's what's happening right now. This is just stupid. Like, and what's up with the rotation? Like, Josh should have been back in this game. Like, that's just crazy that he's not in the game. Like they can't rest him like this. Now he walking to the scorer's desk, but he was resting too long. And look what's happening. Golden State, they're just putting a run on them. Now they up 13. It's 27-40. 9:50 to go in the second. Luke Kennard for three. That's off. Then this dude can't even hit no goddamn threes. Bain. That was Bain. This dude Bain. The reliable Desmond Bain. He the only dude that could do something. Here goes Jimmy. Jimmy, I'm telling you, Jimmy on all out attack. He said Jimmy is on killer mode. I agree with that. Pies 3, Cash is 30-43. Golden State, they down. I mean, they up, pardon me. Memphis look like it's over. They might as well just forfeit the way they playing. They better wake up. Luke Kennard. For Golden State, they foul Zach Edey. They real aggressive. They're the more aggressive team. Memphis don't look like they want it. It's gonna take like a heroics from Morant to win this game. You better look out for the Clippers, y'all. Look out for the Clippers. I think that's my sleeper, the Clippers. We might be when it's all said and done, the Clippers might win it all. I tell you what, if the Clippers beat, man, this is crazy. If the Clippers beat Denver, I think they're gonna go all the way to the finals. I think they're gonna figure out a way to get to the finals if they can get Denver out the way. We'll see. Draymond getting some rest, but I like the Clippers though. I'm telling you, look out for the Clippers. 30-43. Kenny says the Clippers are looking good, very good. Harden and Kawhi, yeah, Kawhi, he back. Curry has it. Warriors got complete control of this game right now, but Ja is back in it. But is it too late? Is it too much ground to make up? Zach Edey with a rebound. Golden State missed it. Here comes Desmond Bain. Bain going all the way to the cup, and he scores it. 33-43. 8:25 to go in the second. Big time miss. Kenny says trash coaching rotation. I agree with that. Man. Who the hell is that? They're out there hollering out there for Golden State. Crazy. $33-45. Golden State. I'm telling you, they're in control. They got all kind of people coming in contributing. Memphis, they just got people coming in the game. I can't say they contributing. I just see a bunch of faces. Ja. Their only hope is Morant to go crazy. That's their only hope. Shout out to Chief Bartran. It says peace flight just passing through, showing love, brother. Appreciate you showing love. Big, big time. Damn, that, this guy Steph is just on another one. Big time three. It's 35-49. Ja all the way to the cup, and he couldn't convert it. Here goes Steph. Big time. Oh, Moody. Oh, my goodness. Moses Moody with a big dunk. It's 35-51. It looked like Memphis wanna take it to the house. Let's hope Memphis could wake up, show some pride, for crying out loud. Kenny says John Morant needs to turn up. He needs to have 30 plus in order to win, maybe more. That's their only hope, So that's what Ja got to look at, especially if they miss it completely. Um, Maybe it's time to get with the organization and see what's up. Because I'm looking at all of the people they got. Luke Kennard can't hit no threes. The only person that's reliable from three is Desmond Bain. And then you look at Golden State, everybody hitting threes. Pods, you got this dude Post, you got this dude Jimmy hitting threes. And then Steph is just putting icing on the cake. So it's just is a mess right now. Memphis is just in disorientation, So they got to get right. So let's see if they can get right. That's key. Maybe Memphis is just like letting it go. But I think Memphis need to be careful because there's no guarantee that you could beat the Sacramento Kings right now. There's no guarantee that you can beat Anthony Davis-led Dallas Mavericks team. You got to think Dallas. They gave up. What's the name? They gave up. They gave up Luka. Pardon me. We don't really know what Dallas wants to do. Do they want to go to the playoffs? Do they want to? We don't know. But for some reason, AD is back, so they seem to want to be competitive. I think AD, what he has to do, like I said, they made a big move. They traded away a franchise guy. You had the fans saying fire Nico. They love Luca, Um, AD, the only thing he can do at this moment is to get the Dallas Mavericks to the playoffs. And then when you get there, whatever happens, happens. But you have to get your team there some way, somehow, win tomorrow, take out, defeat the Sacramento Kings, and it gotta be AD just completely took over the game. I think that's something that he has to do. Just completely take over the game. Everybody clear the hell out. That's gonna be key. That's gonna be key. Um, Kenny says Zach got 1 point and been getting killed. He isn't a playoff center player yet. Yeah, and that's why I said he's not. So we got to find out. AD got to destroy the Kings. He has to, but it's gonna be interesting if that happens. But that's a game I'm looking forward to. Believe it or not, I'm looking forward to both of those games tomorrow. Um, it's gonna be pretty electrifying. Somehow they want to go home too. So I'm really more interested in the Kings game. To be honest with you, I think that something's telling me that AD is gonna have one of them games. Something. It's like I don't know if I'm hearing something from upstairs or what. But something. If we come back and find out that AD had one of them games, just remember I told you. I'm telling you, look out! Put the money on AD. But Sacramento. That's an exciting team, yo. If you watch Sacramento games, they're exciting. I'm telling you, that's a fun team to watch. Sacramento. I watched a lot of their games after they traded for Zach, and Zach is turning it on. I'm telling you, Zach gonna be ready to play. I think they got home court advantage too. From tomorrow, I got to double check. I'm telling you, Sacramento ain't gonna be nothing to fool with tomorrow. I got Sacramento, but I just think AD gonna go ballistic. Yep, Sacramento is home. They're gonna light the fucking beam. Here we go. 35-51. Salute to all y'all in the chat right now. Crazy. Big time playoffs. put down. It's not too late to put down who. It's not too late to let me know who you think gonna win it all. Well, let's talk. Here we go. Golden State has it. Steph. And they ain't gonna never let Kevon Looney go. They might as well retire his jersey. Oh, Steph. Oh, my goodness. Steph. 4-point play, Steph. Lord have mercy. Golden State is up by a dub. Man, listen, Lonzo, it was, listen, I don't think Lonzo going to play. But I mean, that's not what Chicago was putting out. Chicago be putting out, I don't know what's happening. They claiming now that they want him ready for the first round of the playoffs. I don't know what's going on. What I'm hearing about Lonzo, for anybody that's interested, is that Lonzo Ball will not be ready for tomorrow, but he is on court with his day-to-day activities. But they are looking for him to be ready for game 1 of the NBA playoffs. That's what Chicago is putting out. Zach Edey, big-time alley-oop from Pippen Jr. is 37-55, 6:30 to go in the second. We got a lot of basketball to be played. Here we go. Shaking and baking. Here comes Moody. What in the hell? It's 37-55. 6:21 to go in the second. Memphis, they better think of something. They better do something or think of something. They causing Ja hell. They know that Ja is the only way to win. So they just keep him contained. They really have no app. They can't do anything. Memphis is offensively challenged. And Ja is not no sniper. So that's another thing. That's another thing about Ja. All of these things get exposed when you get into games and series and shit like that. Sometimes in the regular season, you just watching any given game. All the deficiencies are just shown at you right then and there. But in the series and the head-to-head matchup, now it's like, man, you see the limitations. Big time free throw there. It's 39-55. Kenny says Anthony Edwards led the NBA in 3-pointers made this season. I agree. There we go. Pip, there. Gary Payton, he missed it. Crazy matchup. It's 39-55. 5:55 to go in the second. Here comes Ja. Oh, Ja. Big time 3. Good. So Memphis just hit a 3, but they still got a lot of ground to make up. It's 42-55. Golden State, they just gonna have to. Golden State, they play the way they play. They take their foot on and off the gas. So that might give them an opportunity to get back in this game. You want to hope not, but you never know. Salute to all y'all in the chat right now. It's Flight Sports, we got the play-in. Let me know what playoff series you're most excited to watch. What's a sleeper? Who y'all got winning it all? Let's just get politicking. The games really matter. Obviously, everybody knows what's going on with the Knicks. Yeah, Ja definitely gonna go crazy. I don't know what's going on with Ja. Ja tripping. That's all I can tell you. You gotta wake up. You gotta get Ja right. There's a Ja Morant. Salute to my man John. John good. He gonna be all right. It's not over though. Whoever lose tonight is not over. It's not like it's over. We're in the midst of a commercial break, y'all. Let me give you some stat lines. Salute to all y'all. Ja got 11 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Jimmy, 16 points. Curry with 11. Draymond, 0. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, a block. So Draymond looked like he gonna do everything but score. You know, at this point, Draymond is becoming more and more offensively challenged. You know, going from his days of giving you this and that. That don't seem like you're gonna get that no more from Draymond. You just gotta be happy. Whatever the hell you're gonna get. That's what it looked like to me. Salute to all y'all in the chat. It's Flight Sports. We got a commercial break. It don't look like we need one of them heroic Curry games tonight so far, but we will need one from Ja. You know, Ja is gonna have to wake up, smell the coffee, get right. It says, "Oh damn, Memphis went on the 7-0 run." But I mean, they got a lot of ground. I did say that, but there's just a lot of ground that they're gonna have to make up. It's almost too much. Let's see what happens. It's 42-55, 5:42 to go. Hopefully the game gets more competitive. There we go. Jimmy Butler has Jimmy's been hot. Buddy Hield for 3, and that's off. Here goes John Morant. Uh-oh. Let's go. Let's go. John Morant with a dunk. Memphis down 11. So Memphis is on the run. Let's see if they can sustain this. Something just telling me that they ain't going to be able to sustain this. But maybe I'm wrong. They got to wake up and show some fight, goddammit. And like I said, the coach, they can't be sitting Ja. You can't sit him too long. You don't got that kind of team. Ja might have to play over 40 minutes. Might have to. It's the plan. Shit. Might have to pull an Iverson on him, man. 44-56. You might have to do that. You can't be trying to match your rotation with Steph Curry. You don't got the firepower. When Curry on the bench, you got another All-Star. You got Jimmy out there, at the very least. You know, a guy who can actually score it. Jimmy. I mean, oh my goodness, Ja just did some wild shit. That was crazy. Ja with the heroics. There we go. Shit. That's crazy. Salute to all y'all in the chat right now. Crazy game. It's 46-57. 4:12 to go in the second. We got Memphis, and they convert. They just cut it to single digits. So they just scratched and clawed and cut it to single digits. So that gives me hope, that we should have a competitive game. That's all you want at the end of the day. Can I see a competitive matchup? That's all. You ain't asking for much. Jimmy with the mean up and under. They cut it back to 11. It's 3:30 to go. Here we go. Pippen all the way to the cup, and it's good. Wow. 3-point play coming for Pippen Jr. It's 50-59. Kenny says this game is important because whoever loses will play OKC instead of Houston. Well, yeah, I was about to say that. Yeah, it is very important. You are right. But I wonder if the teams have the desperation as they're gonna have tomorrow. Today, if you was Atlanta tonight, you think they played with some desperation for 48 minutes? So that's what I'm saying. Tomorrow, it's when to go home. If you lose, the season is over. So they're gonna be playing a little bit more harder. They should. There we go. Jimmy, all the way to the cup. If Atlanta get ATL whooped. Yeah, I don't know what happened with them. That's crazy. Yeah, I thought Trey was gonna do something. I was surprised. That surprised me a little bit. He says Trey got no help. What you think about it? Well, I think Orlando's a really good team. I think we underestimate them. They're a good team. Don't sleep on the Magic. There we go. We got Ja. Ja has it. Scottie Pippen Jr. picked up over Pines. Scottie Pippen kicks it out to Ja for three, and he couldn't convert. Did Ja even hit a damn three tonight? That's what I'm saying. You gotta. This is crazy with Memphis. Oh, Jimmy. Yeah, they're gonna have to win this game. John Jackson. Yeah, they going cold again. Memphis is having one of them droughts again. So they was on a big time run. Now they're on a drought. They're gonna have to make some changes. Kenny says Jimmy might go for 40 tonight. I can see that. I can see something like that. That'll send a message. That'll send a clear message. Salute to all y'all in the chat right now. You already know what it is. Flight Sports. Halftime is approaching. It's 51-64. What do you think if the Suns got Jimmy Butler would have saved the season? Well, It would help. I think Jimmy would at least got you to the play-in at least. I think so. You would be right where they are with a shot to get to the playoffs. I think so. I think that I think if they would have got Jimmy on Phoenix, they would be right where Golden State is. They would have been able to make the play-in if they would have got Jimmy, and then rolled the dice after that. That's what Golden State gonna do. Well, they trust more in their stars, you know. Phoenix, they ready for the rebuild. It's over. You know, they're gonna like everybody's gone. You know, everybody's headed out of there. Let's hope Charlotte can get on the phone and get somebody. You know, so let's see if Charlotte can get on the phone and get a Devin Booker or something like that. You know, I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. Jimmy, all the way to the cup. We're gonna find out who's staying. I think it's over. Oh wow, Moody with another 3. So Golden State, they starting to cut the gears on back on their ass. Memphis the one icy. Memphis has won ice cold, y'all. This is crazy. 53-67. Yeah. 53-67. Uh-oh. That's crazy, man. Memphis, they should be ashamed of themselves, man. They got to get a coach in here that can really revolutionize the offense. You gotta get a lot of these lame duck coaches. Uh-oh. 55-67. Kenny says Memphis defense ain't the same with the rookie Wells. Man, Memphis is done. 55-67. We got a long game left. Look like Memphis don't look like they're ready to quit. Give them props. You headed to halftime right now. That's crazy. Halftime. Give Grizzlies credit. You know, I think that they could have quit a while ago, but somehow they were able to stick around. So give them props. You know, I thought that they was gonna be done, but they're not. I love what I'm seeing. You know, but it is what it is. If you look at this game, you see 2 different offensive teams, and at times Memphis is paying, you know, for their offensive droughts. You know, that's evident, you know, in my opinion. Memphis, they go cold for too long, and that's what really costing them. By the time they regroup, they down 15. You know, it was like, okay, they cut it to 8, and then they go on the drought. Now they back down 12. It's like it just never ending. You know, so it's just they got to figure something out, and the answer can't be ja 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 ja. You know, because you got a team and a coach like Steve Kerr and these guys, they're not messing around. They understand, what they're trying to do. They're not going to allow Ja to just take over the game completely. These things are just not going to happen. And go give the Golden State Warriors props. They're doing that. Rap guy says Curry getting revenge for this BS. It is what it is. You said the rigging. What was being rigged, rap guy? What the hell are you talking about? You talking about something was being rigged. Now you got to elaborate. The Warriors look like they're just a better offensive team. So and like I said, Jimmy, he could have went to Memphis. It was talks for Jimmy to go to Memphis, but he didn't want to go. I think Memphis is one of the first teams that was trying to do it. Yeah. That's something that Memphis needed. If Memphis would have got Jimmy, they would have been in good shape. I don't know why they didn't. What happened with that? Maybe he didn't want to be around. He would have probably wrecked the franchise. He come here, he mess up the locker room. You got to put him in a strong locker room. With veterans. That Golden State, that he ain't gonna act up over there. The organization is too tight. So we telling y'all in the chat. Rap guy says Curry losing in the 2021 play-in. I do remember one year when they lost. Was it with the Lakers, if I'm not mistaken? I forgot who the hell they lost to in the play-in. I think it was the Lakers. Yeah. We're going to find out. I don't count Memphis out. Memphis was just down, and then they cut the lead, and, then they started to push it back out. But for the most part, Memphis was trying to hang in there all game. So I do like that. Rap guy says Warriors lost to the Lakers and the Grizzlies. Yeah, you're right about that. Golden State not playing. Warriors lost to the Lakers and the Grizzlies. That's cool. The Warriors got such a veteran team. I ain't even tripping them out. Rap guy, Memphis will get blown out. Like I said, Memphis is, I don't know. They missing something. They're missing a few things, but more than anything, they need to get a real Bucky getter in there. Like I said, that's what they need. They need to get on the phone and try to get Bradley Beal, see if he can waive the no trade clause or something. Warriors are too experienced. Grizzlies don't have any true vets. Okay. That's crazy. It says I see them trading Ja. Maybe not in the summer, but I do see a trade happening. I mean, I don't think none of these guys are gonna stick around forever. It's time for Ja to go. They don't got the pieces. Ja need to go somewhere where it's like another offensive option. Then I think it'd be good. Like they don't got enough. What you gonna do? If Jokic don't have a no trade clause, no way in the hell Bill should get one. Well, he already got one. That's what he negotiated with Washington. Phoenix didn't give it to him. That was in his deal with Washington. If you was Washington, you backed into a corner. That's like Ja Morant or some shit like that. They don't really want him to go. It's different where it's like, okay, man, we want to send your ass up out of here, but they didn't want him to go. So basically, Bill had all the leverage to add whatever the hell he wanted in the contract. Carmelo had one, with the Knicks. He got it from Phil Jackson. So I mean, this is what happens. There's no trade clause. Shit, I think KCP had a no trade clause, which was just crazy. Kenny says, do you think they should have kept D Rose and Marcus Smart in Memphis? Yeah. You got to put some winners in there. Those are two winners. Damn right, you figure it out. Yeah. The Clippers, man. I like what I'm seeing from the Clippers. That's all I'm going to tell you. Watch out. Watch out for them Clippers. Ja. Memphis got to wake up. I got Clippers in 6. Yeah, man. I wish they had a different matchup, though. Denver ain't going to be easy. If they had a different matchup, I might be more confident. Let's see. That'd be crazy. Kawhi just take their ass out, man. I'm rooting for Kawhi, man. I think he's good. I like Kawhi Leonard. Let me know what y'all think about the Clippers. We're in the middle of the chat. We got halftime. The Clippers, they look good. If you're watching this game right now, Golden State, they trying to get a hold of this game. They in control. You got Memphis scratching and clawing, trying to get back. But, they just going through these offensive droughts. That's negating that from happening. So they got to figure it out. Jimmy got 21 in the first half. So when you got all that happening, you're in trouble. It's not good. Salute to all y'all in the chat right now. We're in the midst of a commercial break. We got halftime. It's been a good game. We got John Morant with 15 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Jaren Jackson, 8 points, 2 rebounds. Jimmy Butler, 21 points. Steph Curry, 15. Moody with 7. Paz with 3. Gary Payton the second with 7. Post with 9. Hill 2. Ja cooking out there, man. You got to wake up. I'm looking at how all this good plays he was making, in the first half. But like I said, his team, they got to figure it out. Ja can't do it all. He can't make all the shots and do everything. He got limitations too. I mean, he's not a sharp shooting 3-point shooter, in my opinion. I think he's streaky, but he ain't no sharp shooter. I don't think he should be trying to shoot like he's Steph. and they got a good little attack going on with him. The way Golden State is defending him when he starts to get into the cup. So once he get into the cup, he's seeing like 2 and 3 people. They trying to jump out at the shooters. So it's a lot of different things that Memphis got a chance to do to be successful. You're going up against a veteran team. This is the Golden State Warriors. Curry, Draymond, Jimmy. Like I said, they all never got no coach. They fired the damn coach. So you got all of this happening against Steve Kerr now. So it's definitely something to watch out for. Kenny says it's a great game. It is. I mean, I want it to continue to be a great game. This game to me strikes me as it looks like Memphis is just trying to keep their heads above water. That's what it's striking me as. They got to keep their head above water. Let's see if they could do that. It's a crazy game going on right now. Salute to all y'all in the chat. It's 11:27 to go. John's 6 feet at best. It's crazy. Let me know what's going on this second half, y'all. Should be starting off at any second. Look out. Make sure you hit the like button. If you want more news updates and more, make sure you subscribe. We'll be bringing some more news updates, content, live streams. We're looking to do that. So make sure you pull up, hit the bell on the icon so you don't miss what's happening. We got a lot of firings going on this year, too. Anybody you see what's going on with David Griffin, Budenholzer, Griffin had it coming, I was pretty elated when I heard about the David Griffin firing. Griffin will have his own dedicated live stream. I got something special for Mr. David Griffin. His day was definitely coming for all of the disservice that he did with Lonzo and that team. And, he really tried his hand, and look where it got him. Now you got now Willie Green about to get fired. So it's like it's all messed up. They might as well relieve Willie Green of his misery because he gonna get fired anyway. So they might as well let him go now before the new guy comes in. And fires his ass. So maybe he'll make it through a few weeks of the season. They start to flop, he'll be gone. So the score is 55-67. Warriors shooting 50% from the field. Both teams shooting 40% from three. Memphis 91.7% from free throw range. So yeah, they got to keep getting to the line. If you're Memphis, that look like that's your key right there. Get to the line. I'm surprised Memphis shooting 40% from three. I thought it was worse. I just see a lot of threes going up and they missing. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to John, man. We know what John's about. He got to have a big second half, though. He got to be unstoppable. They don't got the options like Golden State. Salute to all y'all in the chat. There's about the second half about to start up. Who do you have? You got Memphis or you got Golden State? We got the plan. Whoever wins this game gets the Houston Rockets. Ime Udoka and them. Udoka, he got them boys out there fighting. I can hear him now. He's talking to them. They all want y'all. They don't want OKC. Everybody want to see you. They think we the easy matchup. That's how he probably thinking. That's probably how he talking to his team, man. But they're going to be in for a rude awakening, They got some young guys. I want to see that. That got a potential to be tough. You got the Thompson twins, and you got Jimmy, Jimmy and them dudes. That's just got a recipe for a lot of chirpiness, a lot of in your face, a lot of, just barking. Memphis and Houston, that's gonna be crazy. That series is gonna be crazy. If that happens, we still got a long way to go. Golden State versus Houston, and then also Memphis versus Houston. There's a lot of different things, but here goes Curry. He missed a three. Here goes Jaren Jackson. Let's see if Memphis has something to say about all of this. We back with it. Second half, it started. Jaren Jackson kicks it to Zach Edey. Zach Edey on the block, double coming. They kick it out, and there's a turnover. Kenny says John got to take over. He needs to play the whole second half if he can. I said that. Yeah, they don't have that luxury. At the very least, he could be a decoy. He could be something. But we can't be is on the goddamn bench. That just can't happen. It's 55-69. Here we go. Zach Edey. Edey, that was crazy. Let's see what Memphis could do. It's 57-69. We got a 12-point game. Golden State, they try. Oh, Jimmy. He pump faked the three, but he gives it to Draymond, and Draymond is going to the line for two. Yeah, Draymond, he mastering his role. Draymond not trying to do too much. He ain't trying to step on nobody's toes, but he just trying to win. That's what it looks like. He don't care if he scores. That's good. It's 57-69. Let's see who will prevail. Crazy. $57-70. Draymond. Big time free throws. 71-57. Is Memphis ready to throw in the towel? That's the $1 million question. Here goes Ja. Ja has it. Ja dumps it out to Zach Edey. Zach Edey has it. They kick it out to Bane. Desmond Bane for three. Good. Big time three from Desmond Bane. That was crazy. That was a tough shot. 61-71. Here goes Jimmy. Jimmy. On the baseline, they kick it out back to Jimmy for three. And it's in and out. There goes Bane. Bane has it. I think he's feeling it. Zach Edey, you better do something. Three in the key. And they just turned the ball over. See, Memphis is just silly. You can't do that. And then Golden State scores it off a dunk from Jimmy. There we go. Desmond Bane. Zach Edey. Big time. 62-73. Here we go. That's crazy. 62-73. And Jaren Jackson got to wake up. I'm starting to see about Jaren Jackson. He's like a poor man's Anthony Davis. You see, he don't want to play center either, so You got this rookie Zach Edey out there. I like to see if you sit Zach Edey to the goddamn bench and you just keep Jaren Jackson out there. Would they be more successful? And that's what was going on with the Lakers. They had those similar questions. What it is, what it is. It's 62-74, 9 minutes to go in the third. Crazy game. Memphis. They counted that? Yeah. 3-point play coming for the Grizzlies. Memphis don't look like they're ready to be done yet. They need to get this game close. By the fourth quarter, they can cut it to like 5. By the start of the fourth quarter, they should be good. Crazy play. Yeah, 65-76. It was 67-76. Yeah, it's crazy. We got a commercial break, y'all. Kenny says John got to take over, and he needs to play the whole second half. Yeah, man. Like we were just talking about. Hopefully that happens. That's going to be the $1 million question. If you don't play the whole second half, man, they're in trouble. I think they might already be in trouble. They just don't have the firepower, I think, to keep up with this team, in my humble opinion. Memphis, let's see what happens. There's no telling that they're going to beat Sacramento either. I'm just going to let y'all know that right now. If Sacramento, I think Sacramento is the favorite against Dallas. The only way Dallas beats Sacramento tomorrow is unless Dallas gets a massive game from Anthony Davis. If they don't get one of them games from AD, if AD want to come out tomorrow and pass it around and look for help, and then they're going to lose. But if AD just take over everything, let's see what happens. But Sacramento and Memphis to get to the playoffs, that's going to be a good game. And I think that is going to come down to a situation where you got to deal with DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine. I just think in the clutch, I might want to roll with those two. I'm just saying, at least DeMar at the very least. And the situation now with Sacramento is they're basically the Chicago Bulls of the West. But this time you don't have that ego drive that you had in Chicago where, oh, man, this is my team, and this is nobody's team in Sacramento. They just there to help win, contribute to win. So they don't have to go. They're not obligated to go through Zach LaVine to win every game, like it was in Chicago. If DeMar was starting to score and take over, it's like he taking food out of Zach's mouth, pause. So I mean, you got all that. We had all of those dynamics, so they won't never admit it. But when he was cooking, I know Zach was feeling some kind of way. All them game-winning shots, and fourth quarter they're looking to go through DeMar. That, trust me, he felt some kind of way. He's human. They paid him that money. He thought he was the face of the franchise. These guys was coming to help him, not replace him. And that's what was taking place. So Memphis is not gonna be easy. Going up against a squad like that, especially when you offensively challenged. Now Sacramento is not the defensive team that you see of Golden State. Golden State is defending at a very high level. That's something that people don't see. We get caught up with the Warriors and their offense, and even through their runs, that from previous years, defense was always key, in their situations. Since the coaching is stupid, Warriors not even playing a big man. They need to sit Edie and play. I said that. I said I wonder if they sit Edie and bring in Jackson at the 5, would they have more success? And they say he got that. He got that Anthony Davis syndrome. Where he don't want to be a big man. It looked like he playing center now. I think. I don't know what the hell's going on. Curry. They get a miss. Curry just missed it. Memphis is only down 9. Here comes John. We're going to kick ball. I was going to say, damn, John done turned the goddamn ball over. It's 8:18 to go in third quarter. Here we go. John Morant has it. Picked up by Moody. Screen and roll coming with Jaren Jackson. Jaren Jackson, 3-ball. Off. Rebounded by Pines. Here comes Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Buckets crossing half court. Jimmy Butler picked up by Desmond Bain. Let's see what happens. 3-ball from Pines and a big miss. Uh-oh, here comes Memphis. Memphis has it. Desmond Bain going all the way to the cup. And one. Oh, my goodness. Big-time play from Desmond Bain. 3-point play. It's 69-76, 7:47 to go. Memphis said, hold up. Hold on, goddammit. Hold on. You didn't counted us out. I thought it was not that. I'm about to say, is it time to chalk it up? Is it time to chalk it up? Shout out Kenny. It's 69-76, 7:47 to go in the third. You already know what it is. We got playing basketball. Desmond Bain converts the 3-point play. We got a 6-point game right now. This third quarter, 7:40 to go in the third. Here comes Steph Curry, picked up by Scottie Pippen Jr. Screen and roll with Moody. Moody has it. 3-ball from Moody, and it's off. Rebounded by the Memphis Grizzlies. Here comes Desmond Bain, the red-hot Desmond Bain. He's hot. Feed the hot hand. Jaren Jackson going all the way to the cup, and he scores it. Memphis is down 4. Memphis is getting back in this motherfucker. It's 72-76. Let's go. Bain been balling. Steph Curry. Steph Curry kicks it out to Jimmy. Jimmy buckets. This is wild. 72-76. We ain't playing. Let's go, Memphis. Memphis got to wake up. Salute to everybody in the chat right now. $7-11 to go in the third. Jimmy Buckets for his second free throw. Let's see what Jimmy Buckets does. And he scores it. So it's 77-72. Memphis got to slow it down. Ja, he ain't really doing too much. He looked like he want everything going through Bain. So Ja kind of is relaxing right now. They putting it through Bain. They're running the offense through him. And then this guy Jackson just lost the goddamn ball. See, this is when feeding the hot hand goes wrong. Now it's time to go to Ja. At some Bain, they taking you there, but now you got to eventually go to Ja. You don't want to keep going through Bain and then he blow the fucking game. So this is a crazy game right now. 72-79. It looked like Memphis was about to chalk it up, but they fighting. They scratching and clawing. They trying to get back in this game. So salute to all y'all in the chat. We got playing basketball right now. We got the Grizzlies versus the Warriors. We live. Make sure you hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Support Flight Sports TV. You already know. Big time games. We're gonna be live tomorrow for the Kings game. Make sure you have to pull up. Do not miss the Sacramento Kings tomorrow night. It's gonna be a good matchup. I'm looking forward to it. Let's see who will prevail. Nonetheless, here Bane is he cooking right now. Give him props. And who knows? Bane could have been in Miami. I would like to know what was in that deal. That Memphis was trying to do for Jimmy. Was Bane included? Were they gonna be able to keep Bane, Jackson, Ja, and add Jimmy, and he still turned it down? That's what I'm thinking. Or was Bane a part of it? Bane with all that money, I want to know if they wanted that. I don't know. Maybe they had to give up Zach Edey or something like that. I don't know what the hell they was talking. But yeah, this is a wild game right now. It's definitely not over. Should Memphis get Wiggins? Hey, you need as much weapons as possible. If you can get them for whatever you can, yes. Is he a free agent? I'm not sure. I believe I know he's on Miami. Has he even been playing? What's his health situation? I don't think Wiggins even play yet for Miami? That's what I want to know. We're gonna find out how good he is. Give him props though. I remember when Wiggins was just coming out of college. He played. I know he in Miami. Okay, he played in Miami. Okay, I didn't know he played yet. Is he hurt right now? I don't know what's up with Wiggins. We got Memphis, man. They're trying to get back in this game, y'all. Give Memphis props. They trying. At some point they got to go to John Morant. Desmond Bane has been carrying them, trying to keep them in striking distance. Now Ja got to take them over the hump. So let's see if John Morant can make that happen. That's key. That's key right now. If you Memphis, they don't have any real coach either. We gotta know they made a coaching change. So it's 72-79. A crazy game going on right now, ladies and gentlemen. We're coming back from commercial break. It's 72-79, 6:45 to go in the third. Here comes John Morant. Now they're going through Ja. Let's see what John Morant does. Maybe get Bane in some movement, and he keep going to Bane. Desmond Bane has it. Bane going all the way to the cup, and he scores it. So it's 74-79. In the meantime, should have had Edey pumping iron all season. Shout out to In the Meantime. That would have been ideal. I mean, I would have loved to have seen that. It's 74-79. Uh-oh. Here comes Memphis. It's 74-79. 6 minutes to go in the third. They doubling Zach Edey. Ja should have shot that. Then Ja turned down the three. Shoot that shit. Oh my goodness. Yo, what the hell is going on? Don't tell me this dude done got scared on us, reluctant. It says Bane is red hot. He's on fire. He's on fire. Yeah. Yeah, Bane cooking. But he didn't need help. See, when shit like this happen, I start to look at Ja Morant because I'm like, okay, these guys done brought you here. You got it. Your team, they did their job. Ja got to do his job. So hopefully, this is probably what they're doing. They probably trying to get it all the way to the fourth quarter to Ja's time. Here we go. Steph, he missed a layup. There we go. They're getting physical with it. Here comes Bane. Bane on over to the cup. Oh, here comes Memphis. Let's go. Big time play for Memphis. We got a 3-point game. Memphis, they ain't bullshitting. Memphis is not bullshitting. That's Aldama. I keep forgetting his name mixed up. Memphis Baines tonight. That's what it looks like. Shout out to In the Meantime in the chat. Let me know if you're a Memphis fan, if you're a Warriors fan. It's Flight Sports. We got a 3-ball from Gary Payton, the second. Golden State said, hold up. It's 82-76. 4:50 to go in the third. Here comes Pippen Jr. Floater in the mid-range, and his money is 78-82. Memphis, they playing. Let's go. Here comes Golden State. Jimmy Buckets has it picked up by Desmond Bain. Bain, he a two-way guy now. What happened now? Referee, looked like we had a moving screen here on the Warriors. So the Warriors turn it over. Memphis get it, the down 4 with possession. We got Gary Payton a little shook up. It says, man, not Gary Payton, Pippen Jr. shook up. Gary Payton, it says, man, Gary's balling low key. He ain't missed yet, I think. I mean, they playing. It's close. In the meantime, said Memphis all day. Shit, they gotta basically pave the way for Ja though. In the meantime, they gotta. That's what I said. When you got Bane balling like this, at some point, Ja gotta. Okay, it's my time now. So I don't know if he wait until the fourth quarter or what, but Ja's gonna eventually have to answer the call because his teammates helped. Now it's his time. Peyton 2 missed 3 in a row. We're all going in the half. Ja needs to show up in big time in the fourth. Yes, I agree with that. Shit. Ja Morant is hurt. It's over. The game is over. Memphis is done. Ja is holding his ankle. It's over. It's over. Wow. Just like that. You ever seen UFC? When they say just like that. This is why Memphis is just this is just a sorry situation. Why was they wasn't going through Ja anyway? That's crazy. He is done. I don't even know what just happened. He's done. Yo, that's crazy. Just like that, we get robbed of a good fourth quarter. Unbelievable. Wow. Wow. He's done. I know he's done. That's just ridiculous. The game was just getting good, ladies and gentlemen. It was just getting good. Can't believe this shit. That's what I'm saying. That's like, come on. How this happened to Ja Morant? Now the game is just dumb now. It's like pray. Man, it's over. I don't know what the hell just happened. All I know is Ja is in severe pain. Ja looks like he is done for the rest of the game. I don't know for sure, but just at what I just witnessed, Ja looked like he's finished. He's done. Just stick a fork in him. That's just ridiculous what happened to Ja Morant, man. Desmond Bain was cooking. I was just saying it's about to be Ja Morant's time. You know, I wanted to know if Ja was more aggressive would this have happened. You know, he was real passive, for a large section of this quarter. Then he started to make a move here, and then something just blows his ankle. They're gonna try to get Ja Morant to shoot it. Man, John need to try to figure out how to play, man. Your word, man. That's what I'm saying, yo, man. You just go out there and play. You could be a fucking decoy or something. Wow. Well, damn, this is the fourth quarter, John. I mean, let them take that shit up and get back in the fucking game. It's the fourth quarter, man. It's the play-in. I mean, don't nobody pull a Willis Reed no more. I mean, goddamn. Motherfucker spraying the ankle is over. I mean, come on. I want to see some heroics, goddamn it. We got Steph. Let's go, Steph. They kick it out to Draymond. 3-ball. Buddy Hield, he missed it. Steph. Oh, now they about to put the candles on. They better tape that shit up, put some ice on it, do something. Start flexing it. You get Ja Morant back in this fucking game. Let's go, Memphis. They fighting. It's 83-85. Big time putback. Here we go. Here comes Steph. What's that, a travel? They'll never call a travel on Steph. Shit is crazy. Big time shot now. 83-86. Anthony Edwards be spraying his ankle a few times and go right back in the game. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, get your ass back in the game, man. That's the plan. That's just be devastating. You just let them tape that shit up, and you don't got to do too much. Just be out on the floor. I mean, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Just be on the floor alone. Just your presence alone is good enough. That's what people don't be understanding. Shit. That's crazy. Steph just missed a big three. Here comes Memphis. Oh, good pass. Let's go. Memphis moving the ball. Who the hell is that? They got people coming out of nowhere. It's 85-87. Golden State trying to hold on to this lead. I don't know how successful they're going to be, but we'll find out. It's 85-87. Big time matchup tonight. Great playing. Make sure you hit it tomorrow night. We're going live. We got the Kings. Should be a good matchup. AD. Shout out Allie Payne. He says, shout out to Flight Sports TV. You missed me. Shout out Allie Payne, man. You already know what it is. Been a while since we've seen Allie Payne. We just miss all of the people. It's definitely good to get back together and shit. You already know what it is, man. I mean, Allie Payne, the legend. Kenny says, I was talking about Bang. Pause. I was talking about Bang not being worth $200 million. I might have been wrong. He's balling. Here goes. Yeah, that's facts. You ain't heard shit else. Like that's mandatory. I'm about to do my part, Allie Payne. We got to make sure we do ours. Tomorrow, man, we going live. We got the Kings. We got We got AD. Make sure we pull up. We got Laker games coming up soon. We got a lot of New York Knicks things going on. We got a lot of stuff happening. So make sure that we here. Let's do our part. He says, "Well, you got my number, same number. Yeah, it's facts. We got the same Cash App. It should be pinned in the link. I'm not sure if I got your number though. Is 8590 150 to go in the third. But I know, shout out Ali Payne. It's 8590 145 to go. Oh damn. John Jackson about to take dude out the air. Jimmy. Well, it's 8590 146 to go in the third. Big time free throw there from Jimmy Butler. It's 85-91. We got a whole quarter of basketball coming up. It's going to be key to how Memphis closes this quarter. There's a lot more to play. Game not over yet. Not yet. 85-92. Here comes Bane. Now they could just keep all the focus on Desmond Bane. His looks now they doubling Desmond Bane. So Jimmy got 30. But he had a quiet first. I won't say it's quiet. First half, he had 21. Oh my goodness, Jackson. Pause. That was a crazy three. It's 88-92. 115 to go in the third. He'll go Draymond and kick it out to Jimmy. Back to Pods. They kick it out to Jimmy Buckets. Pods missed. Rebounded by Zach. Here comes Bane. Desmond Bane with it. Let's go, Bane. Desmond Bane. They kick it out to Luke. Zach Edey. Yeah, you better put it up. It's 3 in the key. Oh, Bane. Come on, Zach. You got to get the rebound. Desmond Bane. 3 ball. Good. Yo, Desmond Bane is a problem. Desmond Bane is a problem. He just hit a 3. Memphis down 1. Desmond Bane is a problem. It's 91-92. We got ourselves a basketball game, goddammit. Where the hell is John Morant? I want to see Ja pull a Willis Reed. It's 91-92. We got Jimmy. Jimmy moving and grooving. We got 5, 4, 3. Jimmy, and he scores it. He was looking for the foul, but he didn't get it. Memphis down 3. Here comes Bane. Bane has it. Yeah, Bane need to hit him back again. Bane was fouled. Man, they gotta put dude in this game. Ja. Desmond Bane done turned up. John needs to play. He has to. I don't give a damn. You take it. You let him. You get take an injection. You let him shoot you up before you do what you have to do. You get your ass out there. Period. You have to be on that floor. They right there, man. You have to. You go out there and you help facilitate for Bane. Shit, you do something. Feed him. You could relieve some of this pressure off of him because right now what they doing is they giving him the Ja treatment. So now Bane is getting the Ja treatment. He getting doubled and tripled and all that shit. You should see how they playing him. Oh, this guy Zach Edey couldn't even get a goddamn shot off. So they putting too much pressure on this rookie. It looked like Ja is trying. He's still sitting on the bench. It look like they doing something, but you got to get them out there, man. You have to. Let's secure this game. It's right there. The game is right there for the taking. You know. Like I said, I repeat, we're gonna be going live again tomorrow. Please make sure y'all pull up. It's Flight Sports TV. It's always an honor to talk to the people. It's just an electrifying evening. Shout out to my man. In the meantime, make sure you're there with us. This was an electrifying chat. We want the chat active here in Flight Sports. We just want the energy, everything just to be where it needs to be. I appreciate y'all. This is the most exciting time of the year for basketball. It don't get no more exciting than when the games mean something. This ain't no exhibition, ladies and gentlemen. This is when to go home kind of stuff. You understand? Tomorrow we're gonna get a taste of that. We're gonna see people's season end before our very eyes. It's like that. It's playoff time, man. It's playoff. It's when to go home. Who wants it? You're looking at the desperation of Desmond Bain. You're looking at John Morant. If this was the regular season, they would have taken John to the back. It would be all she wrote. It very well could be all she wrote, but John might be trying to work on something. Memphis, they still going to fight, scratch, and claw and try to get this. If you Golden State, you got to make sure you don't take your foot off the gas. So there's a lot of things and variables that you got to look out for if you Golden State. There's no guarantee that you're going to win this game. You understand? There's no guarantee. Especially if you're thinking, oh, they don't have Ja, it's over, we good. Memphis don't feel like that. So you bullshitting Memphis or fool around and pull this game out. You be facing OKC going home in the first round because I think whoever get OKC is an automatic first round exit. I just think that OKC is not losing in the first round, even if it's Golden State. Golden State, they beat Sacramento last year. They're not going to be able to beat. I just don't see it. I mean, I just don't see it. But what I will say is this: Dallas gave them trouble last year. When you go up against a veteran team, and the Warriors, they're a veteran squad. So is that going to cause them problems? Is the key. Because everybody seems to want Houston. We're going to find out. I think Houston is the more rougher, grittier team. You might think that Oklahoma City, yeah, they the better team or whatever, but they ain't no feisty, gritty team now. Houston is going to be a fight. It's going to be a fight. They're going to scratch. They're going to claw. They're going to bring that intensity to you. This is what it is. Salute to everybody in the chat right now. It's Flight Sports. You already know. Unbelievable matchup right now. Says John needs to take that drug they give athletes when they hurt and go play. I said that. Yeah, that's mandatory. Yeah, we back with it, ladies and gentlemen. Salute to all y'all in the chat. It's 91-94. It's crazy game going on right now. Let's see who will prevail. Shout out to all y'all in the chat right now. It's Flight Sports TV. Let me know if Jai's coming back. I doubt it. I don't see it. That's messed up, though. He should get out there. It looked like they're working on his ankle, though. They look like they're wrapping it. Bang just hit a three. We got a tie game, y'all. We got a tie game. This is the play-in, goddammit. It's 94 up. There's 11-10 to go in the fourth. 3-ball from Steph. That's off. Here we go. Here comes Desmond Bain. Oh, my goodness. Yo, Bain is doing everything. Desmond Bain is doing everything. Desmond Bain done took over. That's crazy. What's going on with Desmond Bain? Jimmy buckets in the mid-range. Jimmy shaking and baking. Jimmy kicks it out. Jimmy kicks it out the band. It's 96-94. Oh, Bain. Don't, yo. Wow, yo, that was almost good. Yo, Bain would have hit that shot. Yeah, I would have had to take a walk. It's 96-94. Memphis up 2. Let's go. Oh, come on. Somebody got to get the paint. Come on. Who was that? They putting too much on this rookie. Come on, Jackson. Post up. Come on. Oh, they doubling Looney. Oh, come on. Oh, my God. This motherfucker, this nigga Zach, they got to sit Zach Edey down. Let's go. That's too many mistakes. He's going to blow this game. Let's go, Bang. All the way to the cup. That's a charge. What they calling? They call Desmond Bain for a charge. That's ridiculous. Like 9:43. It was 96 all. Here we go. $96 up. He said, this is lit. Yeah, it's definitely a good game. I mean, it's crazy. Desmond Bain cooking. We got a commercial break right now. Give props to the Memphis Grizzlies, man, for sticking in this, man. They still stuck around, despite it not looking good. It says Curry is 5 for 14. He ain't playing good. Yeah, they definitely, I don't know. It wouldn't be a good look to lose this game without Ja. Ja got to get back in here. I don't know what they're trying to do. They might want to hold Ja for whatever happens in the next game. It's because it's not like this season is over tonight. So they'll still have another crack at it, but still, you might need Ja in this game just to win this one. They might be trying to win it without Ja, but I don't know. It's an ankle sprain, so he might be able to be back the next game. I'm hoping. These games coming around fast. Salute to all y'all in the chat right now. Memphis holding up against Golden State's refs. Yeah, Bain was a problem, man. I knew how good he was. He's a really good player. Salute to all y'all in the chat. Shout out to all y'all rocking with Flight Sports. Make sure you hit the like button if you're new. Most definitely hit the subscribe button. Everyone knows Flight Sports. Yeah, it's a crazy game, y'all. We almost we're in the midst of a commercial break. We far from done. This game could have been very well over, but some way, somehow, they was able to scratch and claw and get back in this. So give them props. I give them major props, y'all. Tie game. This game coming down to the wire. I thought this game would be close. Without John Morant, is it just too much? Or does Memphis have enough to finish this game? Y'all let me know. Let's talk. It's Flight Sports. Shout out to all y'all that pulled up today. You already know, don't touch that dial. We're going to be back with them tomorrow. We got Post out there. Post button, now they went up. And Golden State went up by 2. Here comes Baines. Can Baines answer the call? John Morant, say it ain't so. John Morant done pulled the Willis Reed. John Morant is back. Yo, don't let John them pull his game out after the sprained ankle, and he came back. Yo, give John credit, man. He a dog. They got to get this game. They could get to the playoffs right now. Here we go. Wow, Ja back with a mid-range jumper. It's 98. It's 98 all. Yo, let me tell you, get the popcorn. Get the popcorn. Put it in the microwave, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Draymond Green, 3-ball, Gary Payton. And that's a miss. Oh man, somebody got to get the goddamn rebound for Memphis. It's 98-100. I got John Morant. Ja has it. Ja shaking and baking in the mid-range. Ja, good pass to Baines. 3-ball, Jaren Jackson Jr. That's money. Memphis up 1. Memphis up 1. It's 8:10 to go in the fourth quarter. Get the popcorn. Here we go. Gary Payton Jr. He's crossing half court. He gives it to Steph. Steph has it in the mid-range floater, and that's off. Rebounded by John Morant. John Morant has it. He's crossing half court. He kicks it out to Desmond Bain. Desmond Bain all the way to the cup. Come on, was that a foul? They called the foul. Yeah, they called the foul. Yes. Baines was fouled. I believe he's going to the line for 2. No, wait a minute. I made a mistake there. What happened was it's out of bounds. They said it was going to be Memphis ball, but they changed it. So it's going back to Golden State. Man, that's crazy. They need to stop that. These players start complaining and shit, and the refs start changing calls. They got to stop doing that. And call the game. There we go. Jimmy. Yeah, we got a crazy game going on right now. Crazy. Shout out testing. In the meantime, it's one Jackson. That was a big time 3, man. You better get you some help from everybody. They got a big 3. Like I said, I think that Memphis still is an offensively challenged team at times. They need another weapon, and that don't mean the other weapons should come at the expense of one of the 3 guys. You got to add to them. Like I want to see them get a Bradley Beal in there. That's what I want to see. It is what it is. But let's get this. Ja got some movement too. He got that swagger. Ja all the way to the cup. Yo, if he would have made that, and he should have got that foul right there too. Come on, this guy playing on one leg. Jimmy, you gotta let Jimmy get these 3s now. Let's see if we're gonna hit him now. Steph. Wow, Steph off the glass. Golden State. They up by 3, 7-on-1. Memphis called the timeout. We're in the midst of a commercial break. Crazy, crazy game. Says, look at Butler laughing. Yeah, this was a wild game right here. Wild. It's still not over. We don't know who's gonna win. It looked like Golden State gonna pull it out. It looked like it's in their favor. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. I thank everybody that pulled up tonight. You know, a lot of big time matchups coming up. Y'all let me know what series y'all looking forward to seeing the most. What series do we need to be paying attention to? What's your sleeper series? What's your sleeper team? What team do we be sleeping on that ain't nobody talking about? Who's your championship picks? You know, let's get to it. So shout out to Theo. Yeah, we coming back with another great stream tomorrow. Shout out Theo. We about to connect with the people. Want to get the people back together. So if you've been rocking with Flight Sports TV, we're getting back together, y'all. So make sure y'all tune in. Let's get everything back percolating. Let's make this magic, you know, and let's just have fun again, you know. Let's get back to watching basketball and having fun. You know, that's what this is all about. We got in the meantime in the building. We got all kind of Memphis Grizzlies fans rolling in. Hicks, Tricks, Trail Mix, Cavs, Bench, and Six. Okay. Like I said, let me know your picks too in the chat. You know, who y'all got winning it all. You know, I think, you know, hey, logically, I say until Boston gets defeated, they the favorites. You know, I'm not buying that all these teams is gonna beat Boston. You know, I just think Boston's gonna be a problem. You know, they got it. I got to see them get eliminated before I can start thinking about everybody else. And that goes for even out west. You look at some of these Western Conference teams, you just think the West is so much more superior than the East. You know, these West teams, they can't match up with the Celtics. You know, they just got too much, you know, that they're dealing with. You know, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens, you know. But the first round has potential to gets pretty scary. Like I wouldn't mind seeing OKC and Golden State. Seriously. You know, I want to see Ja against Houston, believe it or not. I think that's a much crazier series against Houston. That's gonna be a good one. Especially the way Ja like to talk, you know. So you got trash talkers everywhere. So I mean that's gonna be good. Ja like that kind of stuff. They back, y'all. They already know. It's Flight Sports. Salute to all y'all in the chat. One hundred 104. Here we go. 7:01 to go. Memphis has possession. Was that Adelman? I forgot how to say his name. Aldama. That's dude name. Oh, Bang kicks it to Ja. Good play. And he just made it. Aldama. He just made it off a pass from Ja. We got Steph Curry. Steph has it. They kick it out to Draymond. Make sure you hit the bell on the icon, ladies and gentlemen. Steph Curry hits a big three. It's 103-107, 6:20 to go in the fourth. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying yourself. If you got any intel or information from this live on this game, if you received any updates, hit the like button. It's 103-107, 6:13 to go in the fourth. Draymond is just he want them to challenge it. Look like they're gonna challenge it. Draymond crazy. It don't make sense. We're in the midst of a commercial break. We had the WNBA draft, last night. Pretty exciting. We can't wait to get some coverage going on for that. We will have updates in women's basketball. Make sure you tune in to Flight Sports TV. Hit the like button. Hit the bell on the icon so you don't miss any videos, any live streams when we go live. You don't want to miss that. You don't want to miss any news and updates on any various sports topics, that could be approaching at any second. A video could drop any time. I know there's Flight Sports TV. So you want to make sure that you in tune with that. Like I said, if you just getting in the building, I want to know who is your picks to win it all. Give me some sleeper teams. Let's get politicking. So later on, there's no miscommunication, there's no misconfusion. You know how people do. Like I said, it's 103, 107, 6:13 to go. So it's winding down, but they gotta pick it up. It's gonna be a crucial couple of minutes. I'll tell you that much. The game about to get decided. Sometime the game gonna get decided in the first few minutes. Here coming back from this timeout. Great game. That's an unbelievable game right here. Salute to y'all in the chat. It's Flight Sports. So 105, 107. It says, haha, yes, Draymond. Yeah, Draymond got to wake up. Uh-oh. This game is far from over, I'll tell you that much. John fell to the floor and hit his head. Ja doing everything to try to win this game. I hope they did win because, he didn't came back from the ankle sprain. He doing everything he can, but he just might not have enough. It was 105, 109. Oh my God, that was so stupid, ugly. Zach Edey out here missing, turn around. They're gonna throw this game away. No other where the slice was going on. Salute to John Morant. It's 105, 109. Crazy game. Shout out to all y'all in the chat, man. We had an unbelievable matchup. We in the midst of this timeout. We got playing basketball. These games, they truly matter. It's always an honor to rock with the people. We're going to be coming back. Like I said, don't touch that dial. We will be back with you tomorrow. It's Flight Sports TV. It's the playoffs. $105, 109, 5:19 to go. Are the Memphis Grizzlies done? Should we just stick a fork in them? Y'all let me know. Here comes Steph. Peyton for three. Missed it. Man. See, Memphis screwing up. There we go. All the way. Go. Oh. Yeah, they just missed the fuck. Oh. Bane. Oh, my goodness. They needed that. Memphis only down one. Memphis down one. It's 108, 109. Memphis down one. We are not done, y'all. We are not done. This game is far from over. Here comes Steph. Steph in the mid-range. Off. Rebounded by Zach Edey. Here comes Pippen Jr. Picked up by Steph Curry. Screen with Zach. Back to Ja. Ja has it. Find the Jaren Jackson Jr. Jaren Jackson Jr. has it. He's going to go all the way to the cup. Jackson. He couldn't convert it. Man, they should have went Bane. You got to go to the hot hand. They can't do nothing with Desmond Bane. They got Steve Kerr calling timeout and all kind of shit. It's 108, 109. We're in the midst of a timeout. It's a good game. I'm surprised Memphis is able to hang around, make this game, competitive. Give them credit. Give Memphis major credit. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to In the Meantime. Shout out to Theo. Salute to you, brothers. Salute to all y'all that pulled up tonight. Rap God. Obviously, Ali Payne, Teston, Kenny, all the people that was in the chat, all the people that, couldn't get to the chat that was listening. I want to thank y'all. It's Flight Sports TV. We're going to be bringing more news and updates to the people on various topics, live streams, coming back, connecting with like-minded minds all around the world. You know what we do. $108, 109. $108, 109. Who will prevail? Here we go. We got Pines that kick it out to Jimmy. Jimmy Buckets picked up by Desmond Bane. Oh, Jimmy acting like he want to shoot it. Bane on Jimmy. Jimmy, he hit it. Mid-range jumper is money. Memphis down 3, 108, 111. They right there. There's nothing. Here comes Ja. Steph Curry. Oh, Ja putting the moves on. Let's go, Ja. Come on, Zach. You got to get the rebound like a man. Oh, man. Jaren Jackson got fouled. They ain't called shit. That's crazy. Wow. All this what they doing for the Warriors. Come on. Pippen Jr. The Warriors turned it over. Here comes Desmond Bane. 108, 111. It's 108, 111. It's a crazy game. Memphis, they're gonna blow. Don't blow this game, Memphis. Damn, yo, it's Ja time though. Something telling me that it's time for Ja to go nuclear. Bane done did everything else. This dude Bane is a sharpshooter. He missed it though. That was in and out. They just going to Bane for everything now. Ja trying to get Bane to bail him out. Desmond Bane. Did Draymond really try to shoot that? Draymond shot a three. What was he thinking? What in the hell was Draymond thinking shooting that three? Here come Bane. Bane has it. We got 2 minutes and change left. Desmond Bane. What's going on? Well, Memphis need to come out here and get this damn game and stop bullshitting. It's right there for the taking. Grizzlies tough fighting the refs, lit ESPN all season. Wow. Hey, man, they got to do something. They need these free throws. There you go. Zach got to make these free throws. Let's start there. It's 109, 111. Let's go, Memphis. Let's go. Come on, Memphis. Zach, I missed a fucking free throw. Yeah, this game is crazy. That's crazy. Steph Curry, man. I just got lost for words for a second. Steph Curry just hit a fucking three. They putting Memphis on their backs right now. If Memphis don't do something here, the game is over. Bane getting double. They kick it out to Pippen Jr. 1:30 to go in the fourth. Bane has it. 5, 4, 3, 2. And Zach Edey with a putback. So Memphis is only down 3. It's 111, 114. It looks ugly. Do anybody got a timeout? I can't see from here. I bet somebody got a time. It was 111, 114, 120 to go. There goes Jimmy. 115 to go in the fourth quarter. Jimmy wants a screen. He calling for it. Let's see what happens. Bane picking up Jimmy. They kick it out the pod. Come on. What they calling everything. It's like, man, what is happening? What is going on? Let's play for real. Let's play some basketball out here, man. They're fucking around. It's 111, 114. Let's go. Draymond got it. They kick it out to Steph. Steph, step back. Step back, 3 ball, cash. Now that's game. Yeah, that wasn't a good one. That wasn't a good look. That was not the look that you would want. I'll tell you that much. This was a crazy game. Crazy game, man. It's looking like it's over. It says your feed 15 seconds ahead of TNT on Sling. Well, hey, man, it's Flight Sports. It's crazy. We appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe. In the meantime, and be here for a lot of different games. This is I hear it, then I see it live. Shout out to In the Meantime. Yeah, we definitely we on League Pass. We actually pay for our stream. We don't just bring people in here, and we on some second party site. So I try to pride myself on that when I call a game. To try to have it as up to date as possible. Everybody don't. A lot of people don't appreciate that, but sometimes you can't always have it on the money. But we back with it. Oh my goodness, Draymond just fouled Desmond Bain. Draymond about to blow this game. Get a tech, Draymond. Get a tech. Draymond better calm down. Draymond better calm down. He did push him. Talking about that's bull. Yo, Draymond, that was an egregious foul. He was inbounding the ball and Draymond just pushed the dude. And then he started arguing the call. Like, that's just, come on, man. That was blatant. That's just crazy. Make this your home. You already know what it is. It's 111, 117. 58 seconds to go in the fourth. The Warriors look like they was just a little too much. If you're a Memphis fan, no need to go crazy, because you have another opportunity at this. Let's see what the game is tomorrow. We got Sacktown, going up against Dallas. If you Memphis, you should be you're gonna be the favorite in both of those games, both of them, against the Kings and against Dallas. Memphis should be the favorite. So at the very least, you'll have the 8th seed. But if you Memphis, man, y'all should be in the 5th seed or something, 4th seed. They should be solidified. But in the West, a loss here, a win here, that'll flip everything. Jimmy, he gonna just run the clock out. I think Memphis, they understand what's happening here. Golden State just turned it over. Oh wow. And then they called Pippen Jr. Pies foul Pippen Jr. Yeah, this game is not over. This game is definitely not over because he can hit these 2 free throws. Cut it to 2. And it's 37 seconds to go in the fourth. So there's a pathway here, ladies and gentlemen. There's a pathway. Crazy. Pippen Jr. just missed a free throw. Yeah, this is crazy. Listen, it's definitely looking like that's all she wrote for this game. Memphis has an opportunity, but definitely it's looking like all the favors with Golden State right now. That's what it looked like. Listen, we got a couple more minutes though. Let's get in the chat. Listen, I want to let everybody know we pulling back up tomorrow, so don't touch that dial. It's Flight Sports TV. Listen, you already know what it is. Let's continue in the chat. We ain't going nowhere.
Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.